Hey, what's going on? Another video. The second play I ran, still no good pass blocking. Okay? Now look at it from this angle, right? The top view. It's going to be a straight line that they're blocking. It's supposed to be a horseshoe, right? But look what happens. Slow motion. Okay. And still a straight line. My offensive line is even though the defensive line they ran a stunt. Where your defensive tackles actually speed rush to the outside and your defensive ends, they come into the inside, right? That's cool, but they should be more on a horseshoe. Yeah, it kind of forms it, but look, McKenzie, David Dill, their backs, right? They should be facing me, not facing the opposite end zone. They should be facing me. They should be turning them so that, that their backs are facing me. They're not. They're facing that direction. How's that possible? That's not good offensive line blocking. That's not proper. That is not proper. Madden, EA, they're not showcasing what the NFL really does. It's not. If you think that it still doesn't matter, you think what I'm saying ain't true, hey, leave a comment, let me know. But I'm just saying I want the best football game out there. Hopefully somebody will look at this, somebody could see this, and, do something about it. Make the game better. Now, another reason why I make these videos, first of all, in particular, right, especially the offensive line blocking. I remember looking at Ian Cummings, one of his videos online, right, when they were talking about Madden when it was still work in progress, right, and I saw him show the Steelers' offensive line form the perfect horseshoe pocket. That's what it should be all the time. Even the defensive tackles that did the stunt, it still should be a horseshoe. They should still be pushing them off. It should be no straight line like this. It should be way more dynamic, if you will. It should not look like this. This creates way too much time for me to make a decision to throw the ball, right? We're just talking about the blocking right now. Now I'm gonna get into the camera angle. Camera angle is horrible in Madden. Sometimes it shows where you should throw the ball. Not where you should, where you're looking at a wide receiver. Sometimes it doesn't, but that's another video. We will look at that later. But right now we're just talking about the blocking because that is the very basics of football. EA gotta get this right. 10 years they've been making Madden, still have not got this right. 2K5. This is probably the first time you hear me reference 2K5. I'm trying not to compare the two, but I can't help but say that 2K5, they had the offensive line blocking perfectly. The only thing Madden had to do was copy that. I would not have been mad at that because they're the only ones with the rights. They want to make the game good, they should make it look like 2K5. But it will never will because Madden, I don't know what's up with EA. Ian Cummings, like I said, showed the video when it was work in progress and it looked great. I was excited for it, but it went away to what we are accustomed to seeing with Madden. Not good at all. I don't even know if I should even keep making these videos, man, because the offensive line is horrible. It's not realistic, man.